Hello, this is Gerald Johan Vermaas with some sound-informed presentation of some English and Dutch words. These languages are actually always pretty straightforward in orientating themselves upon things, and these things are pretty predictable how they look like. So let's go to voet or foot and arm. And of course there's a common origin in both languages. They are related in history and they are influenced by each other. So that means, of course, that a lot of words are also pretty similar. So let's express voet first, a Dutch word. If I express it, the V is a change of position of a thing. The O is an environment, so a change of position in an environment. With a move in time. Of T, a placement, a functional placement, let's say. So that is basically the structure underneath. And then of course I have also the English word, which is foot, which is much more with the F sound instead of the V, a softer sound. So it's also about direction. So something is not changing direction, it's changing position. It is more, much more trying to find a direction. So it's more subtle. The double O, it's also expressed as U, but it's the double O is more like, okay, we have some environments that hang together, and the T is again the position where we have to land into. But it is a bit more subtle, it's a bit more different, and the expression will also lead us to different emphasis, slightly different emphasis. Of course, about the same thing. And voet will look as an association very pretty much like the foot from a distance, and you can imagine it. It is the V, you don't know where it comes from, but you move something to somewhere else. So the voet is a part of a leg or somewhere else, and it replaces itself in time. So that is basically the voet. Foot, for me, because of the vagueness of the direction, the F is much more vague of direction. There's a choice of direction, but these choices can be any direction. With this environment and the placement, it's almost more like an imprint of the foot that fits a bit more to it, because the O as double O is this environment in which a content had moved into, let's say. So the footprint is much more easy to associate with the English word, and the voet is much more, the V is much more stronger. So we have the strong print that you have, but also the movement. The print itself is not that important in that perspective, according to what I see in the associations of words. Let's go to arm. The arm, you have the A, the physical association, the physical object, with R, a movement of connections, a connecting movement. If I would add M completely into the R direction, I have something that does not fit the arm so well, because it will get thicker and thicker, and it doesn't fit so well with the arm. So I have to interpret it a little bit to think about it. Why doesn't it fit so well? In the first thought that I had with M, because M mostly is materializing itself larger until it has all its possibilities. But I should not forget the R is a range of directions and movements. It's not just one movement, it's a range. And when I put that range of directions, then the M, which getting larger and larger and larger from the A viewpoint alone, as with MAM, as you have that form, it will become a bit more subtle. It will be getting us to more directions. It's a direction of movement, but it can move to more directions. The M or the arm will be able to move to different areas, and at the same time the am underneath, the getting larger area, it's still there. You have a larger area that you can span with your arm, and you have more. The M is getting larger of the material associations that you have there, the association that you can build up there. But the basics is you have the basics are of course getting into M as a result, but the leads is not by M. If the M were leading with am, for instance, then you have the M leading, and it will get larger, larger, larger. Here the R is first, first before M. So the R, the movements and the directions that you can have and the connections that you can have are dominating. And that way we have to leave it also in the domination of the directions that we can have. And the M is can if we still take this underneath, the arm is also getting a larger connection area, but via the connections, via the movements. And that is how you have to combine these letters and understand why arm is expressed for the arm. So that is basically the reasoning and the all of dealing with the order of letters, and it makes it fit actually now with what the arm is. But the arm is then in an extension of more things that you can do with it via connecting it to different. In this way, it's the different areas that it can reach. That is more or less where the arm and the arms, even from a machine, is used for it, so that it can reach other areas that it couldn't have reached otherwise. So it has an extra connection into the extensions of its own range that it starts from. That's basically what the arm is in letter combinations and the meaning behind it. I hope you enjoy this. I hope I can also have some other languages. They probably have a different approach as well, but you have them in the form of the English and the Dutch already. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this. This was Gerald Theo van Was. There's a website too with some list of demonstrated words. The basics of the sounding form theory you can find in sounding form of the both volumes together, or the separate volumes, which have some examples, and the basic scheme where I mostly start from is slightly better explained in the development of the word there. So you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like for more instructions, more demonstrations, and you can always have a question or a suggestion. Thanks again. Bye-bye.